Hi, I'm Tom, owner of Pour Inc., a mobile bartending service based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and today we are making a Vesper. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so today's cocktail was one of the first cocktails ever ordered by James Bond in the 1953 Casino Royale book, and it was actually named after one of the characters, one of the women he was shagging. And that cocktail originally called for 3 parts gin, 1 part vodka, and a half part Lillet. They stopped producing Lillet a while back, but then a company picked it up and started trying to recreate the original recipe. Some would argue that it's very similar, but not quite there. So we're gonna recreate it, we're gonna use some local products, and I encourage you to do the same. Go to your local distilleries, try to match the flavors as best as possible. We are gonna be stirring this cocktail. In the book, he actually asks for all of his martinis shaken, not stirred. It's actually the improper way of making them. It actually dilutes the cocktail too much. It doesn't really balance out all the flavors. In my opinion, I think he was doing that because he was either trying to trick women into thinking he was drunk, or he was trying not to get too drunk because he had to shoot people and kill people. And if he looks like, oh, I'm having all these martinis, I'm getting all boozy, but really he's diluting them to the point where he's really just drinking vodka and a ton of water, and it's not really getting that drunk. What do you think? Google it. So let's start building this cocktail. Since it is all alcohol, we're gonna put our ice cube in there first, so as we're pouring it on top, it's already gonna start diluting it for us. I'm just gonna use a big ice block to purchase our ice from a company called Art Below Zero. They do tons of cool stuff with ice, check them out. So we're gonna start with our gin. We're gonna do 3/4 ounce of gin. We're gonna go right into our vodka. We're doing 3/4 ounce vodka. We're then going to be adding our Cocchi Americano, which is a dry vermouth. And remember that our vermouths are very similar to wine, and once they are open, you do want to refrigerate them. They can go bad. This component of the cocktail is supposed to be the representation of Lillet. We're then gonna add our little spin to this cocktail. We're gonna be adding an Herloom Liqueur, Creme de Flora. Very similar to an orange liqueur with a little more floral flavor up front. Very good substitution for orange liqueur in margaritas. We're gonna do 3/4 ounce of that. Now, because I love bitters, I am going to add a couple drops from our Bittercube Jamaican number 2. This is gonna be a little more grapefruit, a little bit of hibiscus. These are available at the link below, check it out. It's definitely something that just really adds some flavor to your cocktails. Now we're gonna stir this and not shake it because we like to make cocktails mostly in the proper way. And while we're stirring, we're gonna be watching that liquid rise, that ice melts. We're gonna be testing the temperature of the glass to make sure that we are cooling our cocktail, diluting it properly. All right, and with this one being so boozy, I am gonna do a taste test. We want it to be a nice smooth cocktail. So, it's very simple. You just take a straw, you're gonna drop it into the liquor. Really good. I think I need to dilute it a little bit more. So we're gonna put the spoon back in there. I'm gonna stir it for a couple more seconds. Now that we have diluted it properly, we're going to put the Hawthrone Strainer on there. We're gonna get this martini glass. If James Bond was handed this, he'd feel even more like a rock star. Strain it in there. To garnish, we're gonna take a lemon and put a peel on it. So you're gonna get your peeler. We're gonna start at the top of the fruit, put it right there, press it down, pull across, finger on top, snap it off. And we're gonna express that oil across the cocktail, which is one of my favorite gestures. And drop it in there. And there you have your Vesper. Cheers. Yes, that is a good cocktail. That is a terrible Sean Connery impression. I am sorry, big guy. Still very good cocktail, though. This one's for you, Sir Connery.